Hi, welcome to the Carroll County Public Library's September card camp. We have two cards that we're going to be making today, but the first kit that I want you to pull out is this one. It has the fabric pieces. To assemble this card, we're going to start by taking our white card base, folding it in half, and I actually am just going to score it with my finger. Then take the embossed pink piece and add a little adhesive. You can use a glue stick, you can use a wet glue, you can use an adhesive runner. Whatever that you have that you like working with will be fine. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive on the white panel to adhere it to the green. And then we're going to adhere the green to our card base. Now, let me show you how we're going to use this fabric. So, since this card was made using fabric, everybody's kit is going to look a little bit different. You might have a different saying, and your rose is going to be a little bit different. But the process is the same. So you'll see in your kit, you have paper that is cardstock on one side, but it's printed on the other. And this is actually sticker paper. And if you look at the sticker paper, there's going to be like a score line in there where the covering is already cut. So all that you need to do is remove that and then position your fabric piece so that it fits on the sticker and press it down. So now your fabric has a cardstock backing. And once again, pull off the sticker backing and put your fabric piece onto the sticker. Now, in order to cut fabric, it's good to have a pair of sharp scissors. These are actually my fabric scissors. I only use these for fabric. I don't use them for paper. And I am just going to freehand and cut around this quote. One thing that I do is I tend to hold my scissors steady, and if you watch, I'm actually moving the fabric. I'm not really moving my scissors as much as I'm moving the fabric. That just, for me, I feel like it gives me a smoother cut. Okay. Now, for this fabric piece, I was looking at it and I think I'm just going to cut out the rose with these two leaves. And I'm going to leave this part of the fabric that I was thinking I might use that rose on the inside of the card. So when you get your fabric piece, you can just cut out whatever you would like to show, but you don't have to cut out the whole image that you've been given. You can pick and choose. So I am following the rose petals, and then I'm going to go over and cut out the leaves. And again, if you notice, I'm kind of keeping my right hand with the scissors straight, and I'm moving the fabric. Now, since this is really sticky, I am going to cut around this rose just roughly. In case I want to use it for something else on my card. Okay. Now, all that's left is to adhere our fabric piece and our quote onto the front of the card. One thing I wanted to, before I do that, one thing I wanted to point out is if you don't like your quote, like I said, everybody has different quotes. I think there's like 6 different quotes. The library has a large, and it keeps growing, stamp collection. And you could just borrow one of these stamp sets from the library and stamp in your own sentiment. I wanted to show you, because I thought since this was a quote, we could use the Happy Harmony as an example. And I wanted to show you how to find the stamps in the library system. So I printed this out. What you would need to do to find the rubber stamps in the Carroll County Public Library system is you want to limit your search by 3D object. Now here I had typed in Happy Harmony because I knew what stamp set I was looking for, but if you just wanted to see what stamp sets are available, you can put an asterisk in the keyword search field and you will get all the 3D objects that are in the library system. That's going to include more than the rubber stamps, but all of the rubber stamps will be under the 3D object. Another thing I wanted to point out is if you do a search for a stamp set, look for this web link highlighted, because if you click on that web link, you're going to get a pop-up that's going to show you everything that is in that stamp set. So if you clicked on the web link for Happy Harmony, this is what you'll see, and it is every stamp that's in the system. All of the stamps in the library system are wood mounted, so all you need is a ink pad to use them. So let's get back to finishing this card. Since that sticker paper has a cardstock backing, it's really easy to adhere your fabric piece to your card. All you have to do is put whatever adhesive you enjoy using. I think I'll put the rose that way. And I'm gonna put the quote over here. This adhesive that I'm using is a Tombow mono adhesive, and the one I'm using is the pink one, and it's repositionable, and I like that because I want to move this over just a tad, and I can do that because of the I have the pink repositionable adhesive. So that is our first card for today. Let me take 1 second to show you, if you wanted to use this other rosebud, I think it might be nice to put it on the inside. Go ahead and use it. Just trim out whatever you want. And then we can put that on the inside of the card. Okay, so that's our first card. Now the second card in your kit will have all of these pieces. We're going to make a little bouquet of flowers. To start, take your white cardstock base, again fold it in half and score it, and then here, let me move all these pieces about. Take your red panel and adhere that to your card base. Now the next step is we're going to use these 4 triangles. Whoops. to make a little geometric pattern on the front of the card, like that. Before your pieces are all pre-cut, but I wanted to show you, if you like this idea and wanted to do it home, I wanted to show you how I did it. What I did was I took a piece of paper that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and I'm going to take that piece of paper and put it in my Fiskars trimmer so that the corners are right exactly along the track that is the cutting track. Then I'm going to start in the middle. I don't want to start at the ends because sometimes that gets the ends will get all bunched up. So you start in the middle and then you cut up. Oops, I must have done it a little too slowly because I bunched up the paper, which is what I wanted to avoid. But that's okay. This is our sample. And then keep that together and just rotate it. So now the other 2 diagonals are along that cutting track. And again, now we have the 4 pieces, but since this paper is double-sided, you can flip it and have 2 different patterns to show. So I hope that is helpful for you. Now, for your kit, I used 2 different papers. So you actually have 4 choices for what you want your card to look like. And to assemble this, since I know I want, this is why I kind of like having this repositionable adhesive, because, ooh, well, here we go, that was a mistake. This repositionable adhesive, you can also rub right off, because I put the adhesive on the incorrect side. I'm going to start by where I think I want the pieces to be, but sometimes you have to readjust to give straight, to give an even border. And you usually find that out at the end. Yes, see how if I have an even border there, now I'm sticking out over the edge. So I am going to have to adjust a little bit. So let's start by that. And then let me adjust this piece a little. That one might be okay. This is just, you just take a little bit of time to have nice borders. That's pretty good. Now, what I'm going to use, this is one of my favorite liquid glues, is the Art Glitter Glue. I like this one that is the clear, that dries clear, and I get this on Amazon. I like it because you buy it separately, but it has a little cap with a stainless steel pin so it doesn't rust. But this has just a teeny, teeny, tiny nozzle. So I can just put the tiniest bit of glue right there on the edges, but I'm gonna wait, I'm waited to do this until the end because I wanted to make sure all my borders were pretty even. And I'm gonna do this for, I think, all of the corners because I purposely did not put a lot of the repositionable adhesive on the corners. That one's done. That one's good. This one, look, now that I don't need to worry about. So now that we have this panel done, we're going to take the black decorative circle put some adhesive on and put it in the middle. So that's going to keep all of the inside triangles adhered down well. And then the last step is to take your flowers and leaves and make a little bouquet. The pieces that I use, and I'm going to use my liquid adhesive for that, just so I can get into a tiny little, using a tiny little bit of adhesive. I put this white center over the red, and then I put a red. I'm trying to say there is a front and a back to these dies. This is called pierced blooms, and the back side you'll see is sticking out a little bit. So you want to use the recessed side. That's one little flower. We'll kind of put, this is the largest one, we'll kind of put that in the middle. And then I think I'm going to start by figuring out where I want my leaves. And you can play with this however you want. Whoops. I'm not adhering anything down yet. For this smaller flower, I'm going to use this white center. And I was thinking I might put him over here. I think I might put that underneath so that the big bloom is on top. And put another leaf or two down there. And the last flower, this white flower, should have a raised foam dot on it. We applied it for you in the kit just because it would be easy to get stuck to something that it didn't belong to. And I didn't want to ruin anything in your kit pieces. So that was already adhered in your kit. And I'm going to put that there. So once I kind of like how I have everything, I'm going to start with the bottom. So I'm going to start by, and I'm going to use my liquid adhesive for this because the liquid gives you a little wiggle room. So I'm just, if you don't like the placement, you have a little bit of time to change your mind. What I usually do for this is I'm holding this there above it to see where I think I want those leaves to go. But I'm not going to adhere the large bloom yet because I want to put this smaller one behind it. Okay, and put these I have a lot of leaves. I think I like that because I'm going to put, I might move this a little bit. And I'm going to put this one on top at the end. So now I'm ready to put my larger flower down with the liquid adhesive. And for this foam dot, there is a sticker sheet on the back. You just peel it off, and I'm going to put that about there. So I don't like how this leaf is sticking up, so I'm just going to attach a tiny dot of glue and press it down for a second because it takes a little bit of time for the liquid adhesive to bond to the other layers. Yeah. Let's try again, a little more. Okay, now to finish off this card. I chose this stamp set from the library called Thoughts for Every Day. And I'm just going to use a black ink pad and stamp a greeting on the inside. The one that I thought I liked was "May every day be a celebration of the heart." And I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it down. And so now we have a nice inside greeting to finish off our card. So those are our 2 cards for September's card camp. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you look forward to our October crafting event, which is going to be a 12 by 12 scrapbook page with a fall theme. So we hope you will join us for that as well. Thank you.